The Sahara Desert. It is the world's largest hot desert and the third largest desert behind only Antarctica and the Arctic. The Sahara Desert is located in the north of Africa and covers large sections of the continent, an area of over 9,200,000 square kilometers, which is comparable to the area of China or the US. The Saharan dunes can reach up to 180 meters in height. The Sahara is also the home of Bedouin nomads who travel on camels. You may be aware that the Sahara has been used as a set for shooting of Star Wars. Did you know that the Sahara is actually mostly rock and not sand? Dinosaur fossils have been found in the desert. Of the living organisms, the monitor lizards, the camels, the foxes, and the gazelles live in the Sahara. The Emikusi volcano. This is the highest point in the Sahara and stands at 3,415 meters. And one very interesting fact that the Sahara is not all dry. There are over 20 lakes in the Sahara. How hot is the Sahara Desert? The Sahara is the hottest desert in the world with one of the harshest climates known. The average annual temperature is 30 degrees centigrade, while the hottest temperature that has ever been recorded was that of 58 degrees centigrade. The area receives little or no rainfall. In fact, half of Sahara Desert receives less than 1 inch of rain every year. Despite many thinking that the Sahara has a constant hot climate, temperatures drop dramatically at night due to the lack of humidity and can reach as low as -6 degrees centigrade. The Sahara Desert is much more than just sand. In fact, the majority of the Sahara is made up of barren, rocky plateaus as well as salt flats, sand dunes, mountains, and dry valleys. The rivers and the streams found in the Sahara are all seasonal apart from River Nile. There are over 20 lakes in the Sahara, most of which are saltwater lakes. Lake Chad is the only freshwater lake in the desert. The highest peak in the Sahara is Emikosi with 3,415 meters, a volcano located in the Tibesti Mountains, Chad. Other mountain ranges in the area include Air Mountains, Saharan Atlas, Edrar des Eforas, Hoggar Mountains, Tibesti Mountains, and the Red Sea Hills. The famous sand dunes of the Saharan Desert. In the east-central Algeria lies the Essaouani and Tefenin Sand Sea with sand dunes as high as 450 meters, some of the tallest in the world. The largest dunes in Morocco are the Erg Chigaga with some dunes reaching as high as 300 meters. The Chigaga dunes are hard to reach with access only permitted by a 4x4 camel or by foot. These dunes are relatively untouched part of the Sahara. Have the Sahara deserts changed over the years? Well, yes, and dramatically. The Sahara has changed immensely. It used to be lush and green, home to a variety of plants and animals. The change came approximately 5,000 years ago due to a gradual change in the tilt of the earth. It is thought that the Sahara Desert will become green again at some point in the future. What does the word Sahara mean? In fact, the word Sahara is derived from the Arabic noun Sahra, which means desert. Sahara is also related to the adjective ashar, meaning desert-like, referring to the reddish color of the sand. What are the activities that the travelers do in the Sahara Desert? These range from activities such as quad biking, stargazing, sand surfing, camping, or trekking. The Sahara Desert is one of the most famous and amazing trek experiences that travelers have. It is a 4-day trek to the top of Chengega Dunes. People experience the desert sunrise, sleep under a blanket of stars, and create memories for a lifetime. This is possibly one of the best ways to experience the Sahara Desert. Do people live in the Sahara Desert? The population of Sahara is just 2 million. People who live in the Sahara are predominantly nomads who move from one place to another depending on the seasons, while others live in the prominent communities near water sources. The Sahara Desert, it really is an intriguing and a beautiful place waiting to be explored. As we can imagine, the desert is full of archaeological and geological wonders. Along with the 6,000 years old megalithic stone circles and Saharan rock paintings, unique dinosaur fossils have been found by scientists. In recent times as well, the fossil remains of an 80 million years old dinosaur was found in the Saharan oasis. This dinosaur is thought to have been 33 feet long and weighed around 5.5 tons. Contrary to popular belief, the Sahara is mostly rock and not sand. Yes, that is true. The Sahara Desert is made up primarily of rocky Hamada landscapes. In fact, it is just 30% sand and the remaining 70% being mostly gravel. The rest of the desert comprises sand seas, stone plateaus, salt flats, arid valleys, mountains, rivers, streams, and oases. The Sahara has been used for the sets of Star Wars, and that too several times. The Tunisian Sahara has been used as a backdrop for the towns of Toutouni, which by the way is a real place, and Matmata. Matmata is the fictional village where Luke Skywalker grew up, and today you can still see some of the sets, often either abandoned or repurposed in a curious fashion sense. The romance between the Saharan desert, Hollywood, and Star Wars began ever since Berber towns caught the eye of the director George Lucas. The desert may be a tough environment for humans to inhabit, but many animals do live there and have actually mastered it. Camels are one of the main animals that you will see in the Sahara, largely due to their use by the humans. However, there are other notable species of wildlife that the Sahara includes, such as Phoenix foxes, Addax antelopes, Daucus gazellas, and the Saharan cheetahs. You may be lucky to spot one of these curious creatures if you do decide to take a trek for the Sahara. One of the most fascinating and also shocking facts, the Sahara is not all dry. There are over 20 lakes in the Sahara. There are also over 90 oases in the Sahara, but as they are spread over 3.6 million miles, it is not very advisable to go looking for the water bodies. Now for the most amazing and fascinating facts about the Sahara deserts. Every 41,000 years, the Sahara alternates between a desert and savanna grasslands. Yes, that is true. This is caused by a wobble in the Earth's axis as it rotates around the sun, which changes the location of the North African monsoon and therefore causes the Sahara's landscape to undergo this dramatic and drastic change every 41,000 years. This makes Sahara one of the most truly fascinating and amazing places on the planet. Tell us what you think about the video by sharing a comment, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe.